What's up, y'all? Wanted to give you an update on Tanya's canopy, which is laying here on the table. We had a problem with it where it kept blowing in the wind and flopping around in the wind while we were in Texas last winter. And about February-ish, I actually did a vlog on this where I ordered a replacement leg because of this bend right here. And I could not get the right size. Since then, we've carried it around with us. It was just the one leg that was the problem. And I finally was able to get in touch with someone at EZ-UP, which is the brand, to get a replacement part. Now, the frustrating thing was when you go on their site and you put in the model number, this is another story on par with things that come from Sam's don't seem to be real. These companies make products for Sam's Club that aren't like official. Yes, they do indeed make them, but they don't really claim them. So you can't go on their website, look up this model number and get the replacement leg. It's very difficult. You have to wind up actually talking to someone. Took me a while. I think I talked to about 3 different people. I told them, I said, look, I know it's my fault. I would be more than happy to buy a replacement leg. I'm not asking you to send me one for free because I know what I did was wrong. You know, it's probably 30, 40 bucks. That's fine. Please just send me the right part. That's my biggest thing that I care about. And they did. It was about the 3rd person that I got through to. She's like, do you want to file it a claim as like a warranty claim? And I had actually already submitted it. And she was able to look me up. She found it. She's like, yeah, typically if it blows around in the wind, that's not covered because you're supposed to take it down in high winds. I understand. I get that. But she says, I'm feeling nice. I'm going to send you it for free. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. So I felt a little awkward getting that for free. I was thankful, but at the same time, I don't know, I would have been fine paying for it. But I told her, I said, look, my biggest complaint at this point is that I can't just go to your website, put in my model number, and get the part I need. She's like, yeah, because we make it special for Sam's. I know, I understand, but I don't think that what y'all are doing is right. I don't understand it at all, actually. Why can't you just put that model into your database? Because she could find it. She found the correct part, but they don't have that connection for the consumer on my side. I don't understand. Why do I have to talk to somebody? Don't you know I don't want to talk to anybody? But anyway. Here's the old one. I got it off. This is, if you ever run into this and you have the Sam's Club model, it was a 5/32 Allen wrench on one side and a 10mm nut on the other side. It was just 4 pieces, 2 on the bottom there and then 2 on the top. Came right off. I haven't put the other one back on yet. Well, not fully on. It's there. But I started lining it up and I thought, you know, somebody out there might find this information useful. So we're working on that right now. So we're here for, we got about 3 more weeks at this spot before we're leaving. And Tanya's been a little bit depressed about not being able to do art. So I wanted to get out here and get this set up for her so that she can get back to doing some art. And we've got some more stakes. We've got a friend that gave us some extra excellent stakes to help stake it down properly. Now the reason that this got bent, so it flopped around on us in the wind twice, and then we added weights to it. And then the wind was still crazy enough to still make it go flopping over with the weights. Only this time now, one of the legs got bent. Yeah, don't do that. So here's the replacement leg. I believe it would have cost about $36 plus shipping for this. It's the part that slides up and down. And this is an exact match. Fits just right. So let's put it on. Dun, 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 dun. So like, there's 4 of these. I paired them back together. That's 10mm nut. And then a 5/32 hex. No. Yes. Allen wrench. There we go. At least that's the one that I found that worked. Then there's 4 of those. So you just kind of put the plastic around these metal arms that are going to move, get them all in place, and then you just put these back on. It's really quite easy. And as far as the cloth material at the top, there's Velcro that's already adhered to the leg. So it's ready to go. The cloth roof will just come right down over that after you get all of the nuts and bolts in place. You will have to kind of thread through the bolt, and then once you've got it in there, you can hand put on the nut, and then you can come back later and tighten it down using your wrench or your socket and ratchet. If it's too tight to move, we can always adjust that later. Just do some fine-tune adjustments. I found a discrepancy. Down here on the bottom, like maybe they modified it. This plastic here around the back is blocking my ability to put the nut on the back. As you can see here, it's just open on both sides. This appears to be a slightly new modified design, and apparently I have to get the nut down inside of there. It seems like an extra unusual added level of difficulty. Not sure that was necessary. Well, if this had been a one-for-one part swap, the plan was to have this all done by now and start setting it up. But I already had the grill ready to go. People are hungry. So now we'll have to, I guess, not eat at the picnic table. And I will have to run to Lowe's after we get done and buy a replacement, I guess, 10mm nut that'll fit on there, that won't have that top part right there. And then it should slide right into that plastic sleeve that they've redesigned on there, right there, so that it can go back together and get stood up. I would say that part looks beefier. Whatever they did, they've kind of improved the quality on that part right there. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Wow. That entire leg is actually not the same. That's funny. Check this out. See if you can pick out the other difference. Did you get it? The originals are square. The one they sent me is actually kind of an octagon-ish. It has like beveled edges, making it 8-sided rather than 4. Aha! Interesting that the top is still so similar, but then the bottom is different. There's probably some better structural integrity to that over the original. Next time I'm at Sam's Club, I'm gonna have to look to see if the newer models have this octagon-like shape. I bet you that is better structurally. At any rate, I'm cooking chicken. We'll eat dinner as a family. We've got the nieces over here, so there's 6 of us. And then after I eat, I will go get the part and we'll finish this up. All right, I ran to Lowe's and I got a replacement and it worked perfectly. So let me show you the original nut here. It's a lock nut, so it's got the little blue plastic in there. I don't know if you can, come on, lock on there. And it's just the fact that the metal was a little too thick because of the lock nut part, it wouldn't fit in there. So I got an M6 1.0 stainless hex nut. Looks like that, just your basic, but it's an M6 1.0. And then it just fits snugly down into that plastic on that sleeve on that new leg. I actually pulled a key out to push it in there tight. And then basically that part of that leg become almost like the lock nut part. It held it in place. I didn't have to have the 10 millimeter on the other side now to hold it in, or hold the nut while I tighten it down. Good fit. However, I wanted to set it all up on this video, but it looks like we've got some major rainstorms coming through, and I don't think we're gonna have time to stake it all down yet. So we're just gonna go ahead and put as much away as we can before the rain gets here, and I guess set it up tomorrow, or yeah, sometime soon. So, but at least we got it put back together, and we know that the leg is the right size. I hope this was helpful. If you guys ever get an EZ-UP and you need to replace the leg, you may need to call their customer service in order to get the right replacement leg. But they do sell the replacement legs, so that if you do bend them up and you don't want to, you know, just go out and buy another $200 canopy, you can order a replacement leg. So, all right, thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate each and every one of you. We hope that you all have a wonderful weekend or week, or whatever it may be when you're watching this video. Remember that life happens, even having the wrong kind of hex nuts or bolts or legs. Don't let that stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags.